I want to welcome all of you to this week's partner meeting. And we have a nice, short, and sweet meeting here for you. I want to talk about attracting local customers with Google My Business posts. This is the deal. Digital marketing is consistently changing because consumers' behaviors are also changing. It's very important to notice that, right? 3 decades ago, having a website was enough to build a solid online presence. Then what happened? Social media came in, right? And then business owners realized that consumers wanted to engage with the content that they publish online. After that, now what happens is businesses are finally starting to understand the importance of Google to attract more local customers. So our industry is pretty much amazing. It's just, it's so organic, right? It's constantly changing. And that's why we have, again, the best industry on the planet, because the more complicated it gets, the more that businesses need our services, right? And that's why our agencies make a lot of money. They help businesses out tremendously because it's, again, it's a complex digital world out there, right? And it's just very difficult to navigate it. And they need us to basically, help them out, right? I mean, that's what it comes down to. Without us, they will fail. No doubt about it. No doubt about it at all. Now, Google has been talking a lot about micro moments lately, right? Not, I would say for a while they've been talking about this, right? So micro moments occur when people turn to a connected device, right, to do something, learn something, or buy something. And Google's study shows mainly three things. Mobile marketing is vital for local businesses. Internet-based searches are increasing. They'll never stop increasing, right? Especially now, in this day and age. And customers want to find information fast. Again, it's just, there are more and more people online. More businesses are online. And with all the things that happened this past year, it's really proven the point that businesses better get with the program or they will be extinct if they don't, look at their online presence and build it, right? I mean, and that's really what our jobs are as digital advisors, is to help out, these businesses. So keep moving here. So these stats are pretty cool. So let's talk about mobile marketing first, right? So the rise of smartphones reshaped a business's relationship with their customers, no doubt at all, right? A customer would be searching for a business while they're near that business's store, just across the street, or maybe even at that actual store, right? In fact, 50% of customers use their phones to shop while they're in a store. Because again, right, you're in a store and you're shopping for pricing, right? You want to buy something, and before you buy it, maybe let me check out the competitors, right, and see what they're doing, and that way, you want to make sure you got the best price. I mean, I do that all the time, right? Even though I do check before I go, with most consumers do nowadays, right? Inside the store, you're always looking just to double check and make sure that you have that best possible price. So the number of smartphone users is expected to increase from 3 billion to 3.8 billion by 2021. Obviously, we're in 2021, right? So it's incredible. 60% of Google searches are done on a mobile device now. And I think that number has risen this past year. 70% of online customers buy from a business they find online. Over 60% of online transactions are now done on mobile, which is incredible, right? 50% of customers use their phones to shop while they're in a store. So the numbers just keep getting bigger and bigger. Everybody does everything on their smartphones. There's really no secret to that whatsoever. Intent-based search occurs when customers are willing to perform an action, right? They're somehow interested in what that business has to offer. And maybe they want to give that business a call. Maybe they want to visit that business's website, or maybe they just want to buy something from that business, right? So that action largely depends on what they find online about that business. It's a make or break moment. Really important, guys. Make or break moment, right? That's why a well maintained Google My Business listing can get 5 times more views than a profile that is incomplete. Searches with Open Now, right on their Google My Business, right? Increased by 300% in 2 years. Mobile searches with Near Me grew 150% over the last 2 years. And a well maintained Google My Business, like I said, gets 5 times more views, which is amazing. And we're going to show you all of that. It has to be complete, right? You have to utilize. Think about it. It's Google, for God's sakes, right? Everyone searches on Google. It just dominates the internet, right? When someone's looking for something, that's where they go. So Google My Business is so important. Why not have it so beefed up where it just looks so amazing? Have all those reviews on Google My Business, right? Instead of them going asking asking someone to leave you a review like on Trustpilot or something like that. Why not have them go on Google? Because that's where everybody's searching and that's where it's going to show up, right? Not saying Trustpilot's bad, because it's also great. But my point is that, people, they totally want fast information, right? And without fast information, there is no sale, right? That's why we always say when you look at a business and they're coming from so many different avenues, so many roads, and I call it the internet highway, right? If you have you have to have a killer website. You have to have a killer social presence. I mean, everything that we always talk about, these are the key foundational core ingredients to that magical formula, right? That is a business's online presence. It's so important. So Google Micro Moment study also shows that customers want information now, ASAP. They're getting more impatient and they want to see information about your business as quickly as possible. So here's something to think about. Over 60% of customers expect brands to give them the information they need when they need it, but less than half feel that brands are delivering. All right, think about that. 53% of users abandon websites loading for more than 3 seconds. Less than half of them, look, we people have an attention span of a chicken nowadays. I think it's like 3 seconds or something like that. So this goes across all channels, right? Everything has to be beefed up. You want to have information about your business on all social channels, right? Website has to be built with a top of the line platform that we offer, which Google loves, right? They love our platform. Loads and lightning speed, great for SEO. So again, even though we're talking about Google My Business, it's the consumer, right? It's that modern consumer, crazy online, looking for that information that they want right now. I need it. I got to have it. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to somebody else. That's how it basically works. So how do customers search, right? How do the customers find a business online? Well, simple, right? They're going to go on open Google for something like restaurants, auto dealers, health facilities, whatever. A significant portion of them will add Near Me to what they're looking for. So it's extremely important to have an accurate business address. And again, that ties into what, right? Ties into your Google My Business. You have to have the right address. How about all those 70 different sites that they might be on, right? With our listing services that we offer, not only does the information have to be there, but it better be correct, right? Better have same business name on 70 different sites. You better have the correct address, phone number. Everything about your business needs to be exact. Otherwise, you get hurt in search. Basically what happens is consumers get confused, right? We ran a report the other day on a listings report, simple report, and this business had I kid you not, like 5 different names, like 5 different addresses. It's just unbelievable. Like, think about it. And they scored a 10%, by the way, on that free listing scan report that we have. But think about it, 10% score. You can't find anything. You can't, the customer, think about how the customer feels, when they're searching, they don't know who this business is. Now now it starts to turn into the credibility issue, right? That's where the serious problem comes in, is that whole credibility. So let's talk about what they see first. So they will see a map with a few search results, and this is often referred to as the Google snack pack, as they call it. Each one contains basic information like business name, right, address, and a photo. So depending on what the customers are looking for, Google can display additional information like a short description, reviews, and opening hours, right? Really important. Reviews are key. And that's why Google is, having reviews on Google is so important, because they just pop up right then and there, right, when someone's searching, which is pretty killer. Now, the next slide here is the Google Knowledge Panel. So when they click on one of these results, they'll see the complete Google My Business profile with detailed information about that business, right? That box pops up in the middle of the screen. It's called the Google Knowledge Panel. So the customers will see, or the clients or prospects will see the information presented there and decide, right, if they're going to give that business a try, right? You got the reviews, are they closed? Are they open? Again, some have reservations. There's a lot of information. If it's filled out properly, right, there will be a lot of information. So think about it. They want the information now. Let's give them the information. So this is important for you guys to explain this. And this is such a simple, inexpensive service to offer a business, right? We always say, first thing, website. Number one, right? Website, you better have a killer website that looks fresh. But not only that, there's a lot more to it than just having a good looking site. What about the content? A lot of businesses, what they do is they'll build out a site, and the content is not written with SEO in mind. It's a bunch of words on a bunch of words on a site. There's no call to action. There's no direction. A website should be built like, where do you want that when that customer lands on that site? Where do you want them to go? Where do you want them to go? I mean, honestly, where do you want them to go? What do you want them to do? What kind of information do you want to provide them? And it better be the information that they're looking for, right? It has to all coincide with everything, right? So sometimes when customers search for a business, they'll see the Google Knowledge Panel before clicking on anything else. That's why this Knowledge Panel is so important. It really is. So here's a comparison, guys, right, between a very basic, incomplete Google My Business Knowledge Panel and a complete Google My Business Knowledge Panel, right? So if you take a look at what I am, showing you here, you want to make, if you look at, this chartered accountants, and you look at, this Barbara Oliver jewelry here, take a look at how, complete it is. There are tons of information. There's everything on there that, a person that's looking for jewelry, right, near me, right, is there. They have the, killer address, look at the reviews, right? They have the reviews again. If a business doesn't have reviews, right, well, that's okay, right? We're going to show them we have amazing reputation campaigns where we request reviews. We respond to the reviews. We build out these SMS and email marketing campaigns. We are going to show the business exactly how to beat the competitor, right? And how to, because again, people think that businesses think, well, Joe's Jewelry has, um, you know, 10, 10 5-star reviews. And why does Barbara Oliver Jewelry have 170? Well, does it mean that Joe's is a jewelry store that's not as good as Barbara Oliver? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. What it means is that Barbara Oliver Jewelry is a better marketer, right? Because Joe's jewelry shop is waiting, he's waiting for people to leave a review. So why would you wait? You have a bunch of clients, right? I'm sure all these businesses have clients. Every one of them do, right? They have clients. So it's all about education, guys, is the point I'm trying to make, right? It's all about that whole online presence. When you look at a business like this, you have the reviews, you have products. You can put products on, on Google My Business. You have Q&As on Google My Business showing what people wrote, the latest reviews, right? So not only does it show the 5-star reviews up top here, but it also shows the reviews down here, right? Which is really important. And again, everything matters, right? Social media matters. If YouTube is applicable to that business, why not throw a couple YouTube videos up there? They could be 30 seconds long. It's not going to hurt, guys. Every little bit helps out. It's going to just, everything that you basically put out there, it's just extra gravy that people will look at, right? And why not have it is my point. How hard is it to put a 10, 20, 30 second video, put a couple of them out there? Why not add a bunch of images on your Google My Business? Add a bunch of them. You can add testimonials on there, images of testimonials. Of the shop, of the actual person, of the business, of the employees. The more photos you have, the more people look at them, so it's something that people really take for granted. And this could be an education for all of you here. Also for your own business, for your own agency, try to beef that Google My Business up as much as you possibly can. Put anything up there. Look, you could post articles, you could post, some simple content, like a paragraph or a couple sentences, and have it, and you could put a learn more button, and it goes right to your, right to that, to your blog. It can go to a product on your website. I mean, there are so many things that can be done with Google, that other, that can take that business to the next level without anyone, while they beat out that competition. I mean, it's the effort is what I'm trying to find out. The effort is so minimal, and the return, is impressive, with that. And there's just not a lot that you need to do. So a well-maintained Google My Listing is vital for a business. It helps improve SEO. It increases customer engagement. It drives more visits to that website, guys. And that's really what's important, right? Add your website, add your hours, like I said, photos. Guys, if there's a lot that you could do to help out your customers or your prospects, right? That are out there. And this is, again, they don't know any better. They don't know any better. That's where your expertise comes in. That expertise is very, very valuable. I say this all the time, when you guys are running those online presence reports, I always said it like 2 weeks ago, why do it for free? Why not charge for information? I always say this: if you want legal advice, you pay for it, don't you? You go to an attorney. If you're not feeling well, you pay for it, right? any professional that's out there, 9 out of 10 of them will charge you for their expertise, right? An accountant not going to do your taxes for free, right? So if you think about, what I'm trying to say here is that the more educated you are on our business, I mean, we have so many resources in the Rocket Driver knowledge base, tons of presentations like this, tons of information that you guys can cut and paste, that you can create this amazing, consulting presentation to a business, right? It's a whole nother business that you guys can create for yourselves. And I say this all the time. Imagine charging a couple $100 an hour, 400, 200, 300, whatever it is, right? And you're doing a couple of these a day and you're charging a couple $100 an hour, you're not doing bad. People do not like, well, actually, they like free information. I can't say they don't like it. They don't respect it. That's what happens. People do not respect free information. It's kind of like, it's cheap to them, right? It's kind of like you watered it down, and it's not really worth anything. They're not going to feel like they received anything special from you. So keep in mind, that when, you're talking about the modern customer journey with these, again, we have that, that slide deck in the Rocket Driver knowledge base. When you're talking about that modern customer journey, and when you're, going over that online presence report, and you're showing them exactly, what is wrong with their business, how they stack up, with the industry average, how they stack up against the competition pound for pound. And what you're going, how you're going to show them that you're going to, basically help them look more credible online, right? Help them convert more online, help them get found online, help them become more competitive online. And eventually, if they listen to you and you guys listen to us, we're going to crush their competition. That's a fact. I mean, there's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We will crush their competition because we have one thing that they don't. The online presence report, and I think I mentioned this 2 weeks ago, can be run several different ways. You could run it on the industry average. Wait, that's number one. Number two, you could run it industry average plus 3 competitors. And my favorite is you take a couple of these, their competitors, run a report on each one, and you can combine that into one report. And now pound for pound exactly how that competitor is beating your client. That is like golden information. You go to a business owner and you tell them, listen, I'm going to run a report. It's going to tell me exactly how you can beat your competitor, how you can basically beat them on every single angle that you can imagine, right? Website, social media, reputation, getting found on 70 different sites, search engine optimization, advertising, e-commerce. We will help you, crush the competition. So going back to what I was saying, how much is that worth, right? How much is that worth for how much is that worth to a business owner when that's their life? That's their business. That's what pays the bills, keeps the lights on. That's what feeds their families. Guys, think about, the power that you have by, putting together a killer consulting presentation, consulting call, right, with these businesses, with the topics that you're going to talk about. You can really beef that up and make it look real, pretty, and with tons of information, and it's all there. You have it all, and you just have to do it, right? You just have to know what you're talking about. And there's plenty of training inside of our Sales and Success Center, that marketing portal, plenty of training on all, on your website, in your Rocket Driver partner portal. There's plenty of training for your agents in the sales reps training portal. There's plenty of training inside the Rocket Driver knowledge base. So failure is not an option. In terms of what we provide you in resources is pretty ridiculous. So there's there's so much that you can do. You can create a 4-hour presentation if you want. I'm not saying to do that, but my point is you have enough facts, figures, reporting, dashboards, everything that can prove to that business owner that they need to fix their online presence. No ifs, and or buts about it, guys. Pretty straightforward. Now, benefits to the business, right? So how do you enhance your Google My Business? How do you enhance it, or the business owner enhances? Well, of course, we have the solution, right? We always have the solution, right? Google My Business posts are perfect for taking a Google My Business profile to the next level. So here are some benefits for that business owner and for your business, right? When I say benefits for your business, I mean all of the agencies, all of our partners, and for your clients. You can promote your products. You can track more online customers, let customers know about your upcoming events, maybe a webinar, right? You can drive more sales that way. You guys can do a free webinar. I don't know. You could charge for a webinar. For businesses that are brick and mortar, they can increase more foot traffic to that store. You're going to get a lot of information in front of a lot of people, right? Guys, it's all about standing out for the competition because nobody is doing it. That's the key. There are very few companies that are doing it. Very few agencies are doing it. Again, they're not educated like we are, right? They don't have the knowledge that we have. So separate yourselves from everyone else that's out there. You could post every day on Google My Business if you want. It doesn't matter. You can post, once a week. I think it runs out like every 7 days or something like that when you do post something. But there's just so much you could do and play around with it. Look at it. There's a lot that you can basically do. A lot of stuff that you can do on your Google My Business. So here's, again, guys, what's included in our services that we have in our Google My Business, posting and optimization service. So again, guys, this is a managed service, right? We handle everything. We handle it all for your clients. So we'll develop a unique content strategy for that business, right? Our team will create 4 promotional posts every month. We'll post them to Google on your client's behalf. We have access to hundreds of millions of stock images, monthly reports. This Google My Business posting service includes my business claim and verification. So remember, we have a service that is just the verification and claim. And I see a lot of agencies selling it, right? But they're forgetting about the other services that we offer. We offer Google optimization and Google posting. Guys, we have experienced writers. They'll write. They'll do all the work, right? All your clients have to do is just basically, they'll have the opportunity to read and approve the post before we publish them. It's very simple, So, and ideally your clients should use like images of their store and products, or we can use stock images. It's not a big deal, So guys, you gotta think about, you gotta look at all the services that we have. And that's why I love doing these meetings to kind of bring some light to the table, and help you guys make money, help you guys help other businesses, right? And everybody wins, it's what it's all about. So next time, a business doesn't have a Google My Business, which a lot of them don't, very easy to find them. They're like on page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5 of Google My Business. Why do you think they're there? I mean, on Google, not Google My Business. I'm sorry. Why do you think they're on page 4, page 3, page 5, page 6? Well, it's because they don't have any presence, right? Easy leads for you guys to find in any industry, in any city. Think about this. Think about all of the businesses that are in your town, right? Be it small, be it large, be it medium. Think about all the different industries that are there. I mean, so many, right? And if you start looking online and going down on Google and going down to page 2 and 3, you'll start, first you look at page 1, you'll see some great profiles and great reviews. And then if you start clicking on page 2 and you start looking at all these other businesses, you'll start noticing the difference with their online profile. You'll start seeing that. Wait a minute, these guys. And if you start clicking around, you'll click on their link. They don't have a website. They don't have a Google My Business. They have no social profile. I mean, leads are everywhere, everywhere. You just have to look, and it's easy to get the owner's name. Not a, there are no issues there. I mean, how hard is it to get information nowadays on a business when pretty much everything's online, right? So really no excuse there. You just got to know where to look, right? And you'll find clients, prospects everywhere, everywhere. I always say, go down page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is a gold mine right here. I have, all these businesses that just are totally lost, lost. They have no clue. I would tell you this, that probably like 90, I don't want to, 99%, 95% of all the businesses out there, right, have serious issues with their online presence. Why? Because this is not their business. It's not their industry. Joe's good at making pizza. Mary's good at with her flower shop. Tony's an auto body guy. That's what they're good at, right? So this is where we come in. We are the experts. We will run reports. We will look at the business and we will say, this is, we don't have to guess, right, guys? There's no guessing, I mean, going on Google and going to page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, whatever, easy. Running reports, easy, right? So there are thousands of businesses right there for you, at your there's, like I said, there's no excuse in terms of not to make a serious, serious killing in this industry. I mean, it is just booming, booming more than ever. Will always be, will never die. That's the industry that we're in. This industry is a lifetime industry. Please treat your agency like that, right? This is the best there is out there. I mean, because the more complex it's getting, the more lost these businesses are. And don't expect them to know what they're talking, to know anything, because like I said, they don't, they're not in this industry, right? They don't have the knowledge we have. They don't have the tools that we have. They don't have anything. They don't have all this training that you guys have. They don't have all this knowledge that you have. So much knowledge everywhere, so again, it's right there. So here are a few examples, guys, of posts that can be published on a Google My Business profile. As you can see, they're very promotional, concise, and can contain call to action buttons to increase engagement and drive results. It's important to notice that Google will automatically delete these posts after 7 days. The reason is to ensure that online customers are seeing the most up-to-date information when they find a business online. So, hey, it's just this is a whole nother strategy that you guys can charge for, right? Simple strategy. A lot of money can be made on your end, right? So you have here this Makoto Sushi. Feeling hungry? Try our delicious Alaska roll for only $6 today. You'll love it. Learn more. Boom. Google My Business posts are promotional. Next, Jim's Furniture. Don't miss out on our spring offer. Save up to 70% off on tables and chairs. Buy now or whatever. Learn more. Deliver your message in just a few words, right? Because people don't like to read this gigantic, paragraph of stuff. Use call to action buttons to drive results. Forever Young Pub. Enjoy our special cocktails with the guest bartender every Wednesday. Learn more, whatever. Happy hour. Guys, there's just a million things that they can post on there. It's just a great way to build a simple content strategy on one platform. Simple content strategy. Very simple, guys. Images, a little text, boom, goes right to the website. You can go to a landing page. Like I said, you guys can put webinars up there. Sign up now, sign up. They have a sign up button, learn more, buy. just tons of different call to actions that you can place in there for, on a daily basis. You can switch it all up. And the more content that you put there, obviously, the more traffic you're going to get, the more SEO you're going to get. And it's pretty awesome, guys. I wanted to touch on something that is also important, very important. It's another great tip that I'm going to give you that basically has nothing to do with this meeting right here. I should definitely have a separate meeting about it, but hey, why not take the time that we have right here and just rock and roll with this, right? So let's take a look. So this right here is your business app, right? This is the client-facing dashboard. Most of you know it. Some of you that are new aren't too familiar with it, which is, it's okay. I don't have an issue with that. I will definitely help you and guide you here. But this is such an important dashboard, guys. All right. Why is it so important? Well, one, it's branded to your business, right? That's number one. So it gives you a lot of credibility, right? Because you're going to showcase, why wouldn't you showcase this dashboard to your prospects? Hey, when you come on board with our company, we have a single sign-on dashboard. You don't have to sign on to 10 different platforms. You don't need to deal with 10 different companies. We will handle everything. We will handle all of your online presence needs, right? We'll do everything to help you build your online presence and become very competitive in your market. But what's great about this back end is that if you look here, there are a couple of ways to get people back here. Did you know that you don't have to sell them anything to get them back here at all? You don't have to sell them. That's the key. So how do you get them back here without selling them a service, right? And I'll tell you, this little strategy here that you could use. So you can give them a free trial of software and get them back here, right? Of course, you have to set them up in your sales and success center and add the contact information and the user and all that stuff, right? For them to have access. But once all that's completed, you can give them a free trial. You can give them a 30-day free trial of the online toolkit, right? You don't have to give away those toolkits for free. You can charge them, let them play around with it for 30 days. If they don't do anything with it, try to upgrade them, whatever. Yeah, if they don't do anything, take it back, right? You don't have to give it away for free forever. So that's another way to get them back here. Listing Builder. Listing Builder is a free software, okay? And why is Listing Builder important? Well, Listing Builder is pretty cool because the deal is this. If you go down to connections here, right? If you guys notice, and this is great for all of you, and remember, all of you that are partners, you get your own online toolkit. So if you didn't get your online toolkit yet, make sure you ask support and they'll turn it on for you. Or go to the Rocket Driver Partner Portal and set it up, and just we give you, I'll show you here. Let's go. If you go to, where is it? Oh, here it goes. If you go here, right, there's a lot of information here with the setup. There are videos. We did a webinar on great strategies right here. This was really killer, right? And we have the online toolkit setup instructions, which is really, really simple. How to get it all set up. It's just get it set up for yourselves, guys. It's really cool. But going back to what I was saying, your prospects, without you selling them anything, can connect your Facebook, Google Analytics, Google Search Console, QuickBooks, Google My Business, Google Meets for free. Now, why would you give them this for free? Why? It's simple, because when you run an online presence report, right, that's taking a snapshot of their actual business, right? and it stops in time right there. What's killer about having your clients connect all this, right? And if they're not set up with the Google Search Console in the Rocket Driver knowledge base, well, there's an article on there that'll show you exactly to give them the instructions. You can copy and paste it, send it an email for them to set, to set it up. You can do all that. Remember, everything that we have can be copy and pasted and sent out. So you don't have to do anything. Just copy, paste, boom, goodbye. But the executive report is killer because the online presence report will show them how screwed up they are, right? Will show them that, they have a serious issue, which is fine. But you could run the report after the fact, after you give them the access. You don't have to run the report first, right? You don't have to run the report first. You can actually give them access first, because when you do give them access and they do connect everything, it's going to give them basically a health check, right? It's going to basically show them, what is actually happening with their business, what's going on with their company. This will probably be an F. They'll probably get an F in a lot of this stuff right here. What this does is really break down their whole business. Their whole online presence is broken down, guys, basically for free. It really is, which is really cool. It's for free. So it breaks reputation, social. If nothing's going on, website, their Google Analytics, they can connect to here, which is pretty awesome, right? Advertising, if they're doing advertising, can be connected here. I mean, this is a dummy account, so it's not going to show a lot of information, right? SEO, by connecting, the Google Search Console, it's going to give them a health check on their actual SEO and how they're doing. So this is all free. Think about it. Does it have to be free? Maybe not. Maybe you can charge them $20 a month or something to be back here. Maybe you could charge them $50 a month. Why do you have to give it away for free, right? Maybe you'll give it away for free if they're a client, but you could actually charge a client, a prospect, to be back here. It doesn't have to be for free. Remember. Now, what's so cool about this? Well, one place to manage their business, right? So if they have their, if you're giving them the online toolkit or a 15-day trial or whatever of the software, they'll be able to, work inside of the software and kind of do whatever they want here, right? If it's the online toolkit, then obviously it'll be lit up like a Christmas tree like you have here, which is kind of cool. Remember, the online toolkits are express versions of our pro software. It's software that basically has a lot of features that are turned off. So it's a great way to upgrade them to the pro versions, upgrade the kit to the pro version, or sell them, a software that's a la carte if they are a DIY type client. If you're thinking about doing the work for them, having us do the work for them, then don't try to upsell them on the social, on the a la carte software, because then they'll do it themselves, right? But going back to this here, your clients are getting free local S numbers to communicate with their customers, which is cool. This is free. This is free, right? Or maybe it won't be free if you charge them, right? You're giving them an online calendar, guys, which is, again, could be free if you want it. But look at all the value, right? Look at all the value. You haven't sold them anything yet, and you're giving away all this stuff, or you're charging them minimal. They can integrate their finances here. We're going to be creating these courses, and we have some already that will. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about everything that has to do with an online presence. But there's one thing that's important for you guys to understand. We will never teach them how to do anything. We're just going to educate them on why they need it. That way, they're going to come to you and purchase from you, right? That's how these courses are. They're educational courses to get them to purchase from you. And the next reason why you'd like to give them some access here for minimal amounts of money or free is that we have the store section, guys. And the store section will showcase all the products and services that you guys offer. And what's great about this back here, if you don't know about it already, and I'm preaching to if you don't know, or if I am preaching to the choir, I'll say it again. Anytime someone clicks on any of these little cards right here, what happens is that you're going to be notified by email that someone clicked on this reputation package. And it'll also send a message inside your CRM, which is really, really cool, right? Think about it. It's a lead generator, a total lead generator there without us doing any services for them whatsoever. It gives them an opportunity to do what? It gives them an opportunity to look at all the services that you have. We found out that if you give them this back end here, even if you charge them a minimal amount, they stay on board, 5 times as long. There's no attrition whatsoever, because they get a lot of free, stuff inside here. And not only that, it gets to showcase all the different services, and they end up, at their own free time and free will, they will click on all these different packages here. And remember, folks, that this is really cool because it's doing a lot of the work for you, right? It's going to talk about the actual software, right? You have bullet points, you have FAQs, you have screenshots that they could look at. So it's basically selling for you. It's going to actually, give them all the answers that they need on this actual package right here, right? Go to the next icon. There are videos back here. Again, bullet points, they're bullet points, FAQs, more screenshots, guys, tons and tons of screenshots. Think about it, man. Look how cool this is, so really, really pro. Maybe this is something that you can do on a screen share. Why wouldn't you show them the back office on a screen share when you're trying to, when you're doing your consulting call, right? Why not? The more you show these businesses with all of the services, products, dashboards, tools that they have, more credibility you have, more value that you have as an agency, which in turn they will purchase from you, right? So really amazing stuff right here. Right? You have brochures, you have client expectation brochures, breaking down all the different services, guys. So it's a really great idea to give as many people access, prospects access back here that you can, because it will increase your chances of making a sale, right? Giving you that credibility. So just wanted to, give you this tip here on the business app. Really important. And remember, there's in-app messaging also in here. They can send you a message right inside this app, which is really killer. Just really, really cool stuff here. Remember that we always have a killer support team that's always there for you to help you out, right? We have the Rocket Driver knowledge base, again, so important, right? With all of these different tools that you have back here. I mean, there's so much. There are deeper explanations of our actual solutions that we have, and apps that we have, and software, and just everything. There are agreements back here, marketing materials, insanity, videos, PowerPoint presentations, case studies on every service here that we have, brochures, you name it, guys, we have it all, right? And again, what you can do is cut and paste these right here, and you can make them your own, right? They are already white labeled, but you can cut, if you want to make like this master presentation and take a little bit out of each one and kind of like do this master presentation on your business and what you offer. There's so much content. It's insane. It's really insane in terms of what you guys can use. Maybe you could use 1 or 2 slides from each of these different, PowerPoints that we have and slide decks here to embellish your presentation, your consulting call. You can throw your own, colors on it. Obviously your logo you're going to put on there. So a lot of cool stuff that you guys can do. Really, like I said, we're here to help you grow your business. It's our number one goal, and we always succeed, right? We always do. We're just kicking ass, guys. I'll tell you that straight up. And so are agencies. The business, there's so much business. Everything's starting to open up big time in the U.S. right now. I know that some cities are still, a little bit in a shutdown mode still, but things are starting to move and shake. Business is getting really hot, and I'll tell you, it's now is the time. And I'll tell you this, it's important because a lot of the brick and mortar businesses that were pretty much, closed down for a while or hurt from COVID, at every business. But let's just talk about just the brick and mortars, right? Anything that's a brick and mortar, which are most of your Main Street USA type businesses, right? Um, Guys, think about it. When stuff, everything's starting to open up, when it does open up, and even the cities that have opened up, they're fighting tooth and nail for a client, right? How do you get them more business? Simple. With all of the services that we offer, right? The Google My Business, the business listings, SEO, advertising, reputation management, social. We have it all. Everything. We have it all, right? And they will have an upper hand. The bottom line is to contact these businesses now. Now is the time to contact them. Build out the strategy with these people. Get them to start now so they can get a jump on the competition. If the competition again, some people are really aggressive. They probably already started. I wouldn't doubt it. Or some never stopped marketing and building their reputation and building their SEO and building their presence online. It's really the businesses that just don't understand about marketing, right? And online presence. Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate it. And I wish you guys the best, and we'll talk again soon. Have a great weekend.